morning, Vortex. I'm gonna make some coffee. Would you like some? It's not very good coffee, but might take you back to a 12-step experience. So, did you hear that, Vortex? That was my asshole. Wasn't it creative? You know, that sound that you just heard was like probably like 1,000 times more creative than like anything that you'll see at the box office or anything that you'll hear on the radio or like anything that you'll hear in a microphone in the Nashville comedy scene. Booyah! Talking shit. This is shit talk. So, my borderline friend who I've been trying to reconnect with just sent me 63 text messages about the band Nickelback. It's actually really brilliant. He's like pretending to be the drummer of Nickelback, who's like trying to explain to this guy like why their band's hated so much. And I'm not sure like if he wrote this because he knows how much I hate Nickelback. But it's an amusing story. This is how you know that a person has quiet borderline personality disorder. You send them one text message and they send you back a textbook. I do that too, but not to that extent. I feel like with every mental illness, there's like varying scales, you know? It's like multiple levels, you know? Just kidding. Y'all don't get to see my titties just yet. Not yet. In time. See, I mean, you can see right now. You can like see them through my shirt. I'm like always horny, I suppose. But quiet borderlines like to talk a lot, but because we feel like we can't talk a lot, like in the real time, we write a lot. And a quiet borderline is going to write all the time. If they don't write, they're going to draw, paint, play guitar, play piano, something. Classic borderlines probably not, because they're usually not talented, because they don't really think or feel anything. I fucking you really hate classic borderlines. I do, but it's like so easy to hate them because they're fucking evil. You know? It's like, how else do you like describe somebody that's like manipulative and they like don't give a shit? I mean, maybe they do to like some level, but it's not gonna like change their behavior in the future. You know what I mean? Quiet borderlines, we're more like aware of ourselves, and like that's the thing. Like, say somebody's mean to me, and I really want to be mean back. The reason my stage persona is so mean and so aggressive and so festive, like she's festive. Well, it's because I'm not. Like, I have a camera crew of self-awareness that prevents me from acting out. You know? That's the difference between a classic borderline and a quiet borderline. Classic borderlines do not have that self-awareness at all. And if you try to tell them that, you know, they're acting wrong, That's exactly what you don't want to say, right? They're evil. Now, I think that there's like a cross between like a classic borderline and a quiet borderline. And those bitches are like, okay, some days. Like my last roommate, she was like super talkative and like would not shut the fuck up. And like, she could be reasoned with though, you know, like she'd act out, but then like she'd realize that like what she did was like so fucked up. Like this one time, she punched this girl, or she tried to punch her. I don't think that she actually got the punch in, but she tried. But yeah, because the girl she tried to punch is like Latino. It's like not gonna happen. Shout out to V. Veronica. I call her V. Too many syllables. That was my excuse. Anytime like I see Veronica, like I just think of like Archie, and I'm like, you don't look like Veronica, and you're Mexican. You probably hopped the border, didn't you? Didn't you? Oh, she was awesome. I'm so proud of her. Cause like, okay, so I live with this crazy bitch, right? It was a classic borderline, and like we worked together first. Like that's how we met. She ended up getting fired from our job because she tried to punch this girl in the face, all because this girl called her lazy. So I'm saying, classic borderlines, they react strongly to perceived criticism. So like, if you work with somebody like this, I'm trying to help you, all right? I'm trying to help you avoid future confrontation, you know? This is what you do. Just avoid that person altogether. That's what I do, like with classic borderlines. I'm just like, you know, I'm not going to talk to you. If you talk to me, I'll talk back to you. That's cool. You know, I'll talk to anyone. Talk to fucking Hitler reincarnated. Well, like, I'm not gonna like go out of my way to talk to you. Go out of my way to avoid you. But I'll talk to anyone else. I don't care who you are. Yeah. She got fired. She got fired because of that incident. And like she knew that she was wrong. And like she like just wasn't thinking. She just acted out, you know. I'm like, yeah, don't you wish you had that camera crew now, bitch? You still have your job. Like she used to make fun of me because I was just always in my head. And she's like, wow, like, wow, I didn't know that you talked. Like you really talk. I forget that you talk. Cause like I wouldn't want to talk to her, you know? Because if I just ask this bitch like one question, like I'd be up for like another 45 minutes, you know, listening to her, you know, go on this fucking diatribe about her favorite color. You know, like I don't have time for that shit. I don't. It's not like I know that people don't have time for my shit. That's why I go in the bathroom. Like if I want to talk about my favorite color, I excuse myself and I go to the bathroom and do that shit. I don't, you know, force somebody else to endure my personal tutorials. I'm gonna do a tutorial on titties. It's gonna be called the tutorial. I just thought of that. These babies just made me come up with that joke. It's just a tutorial on my boobs and how great they are. They're pretty great though. I know. It's like there are two aspects about me that make me believe in God. One of them is my lips, and the other one are my titties. I just have the most beautiful tits. I mean, I don't care if they're small. Like, I love how people like can make fun of you for like having small tits. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm also not a fat ass. That's what's cool. If my boobs were any bigger, I'd like fall the fuck over. Okay, look, 12 new messages. He's just like sending me like these like stories, basically. You know what I was talking about before? Like there's varying scales of mental illness, and with this illness in particular, okay, so say there's like a scale of 1 to 10. Like there are plenty of people I know that might be at a level like 5 with borderline personality. You know, with me, because I've known about this sickness my whole life, I'd say that I'm probably at a level 15. This kid is, he might actually be higher than me. Like he is like super duper borderline. That's how you know a borderline. They love to talk, 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 talk. There's a little children's story that I read back in the day, and it was about. It still makes me laugh just thinking about it. It was like so ridiculous. Like it was about this little creature who talked all the time, and they call him the chatterbox. And like, like the funniest story. Like like he had this hat on, and like anytime that he talked too much, like his hat would just like start shrinking over his head. Like it wouldn't let him continue to talk. It was like this hat like represented like society. You should look up this story. You should like figure out what this is because this is probably like the closest thing to like a children's story about borderline personality. Yeah, even closer than Jumanji. Ah, Jumanji is like, totally about borderline. It's like every like worst case scenario in a game. You know? Hello. Okay. Warning messages. It's kind of annoying. Like it's cool, but it's also kind of obnoxious. And like I know, see, that's the thing. I mean, I think that he probably has that same like camera crew self awareness, but he's like so fucking cool that like he just doesn't care. You know? It's not that like, oh, I'm worried that I'm gonna bore people. I just it almost like it hurts me. You know, like whenever I'm having a conversation with somebody and then like they just get on their phone and like I can tell that they don't want to like pay attention to me and they'd rather like be somewhere else mentally. Like and that could be anything that they do. You know, they don't have to be on a phone. Like it just it's like obvious they don't talk to me. They're like, oh, no, keep going. Please tell me more about how you feel. Let's keep talking about abortion. Like, I know, like, I can smell that lack of understanding, or like the lack of interest. You know, like I can smell the dwindling interest level, you know? My interest level is dropping. You know, I just hear that. I hear that, like David Byrne just like screaming that. And I'm like, oh God, you're just like one of those people that David Byrne hates. You're just like one of those people that David Byrne wrote that song about. Shut the fuck up, crazy bitch! Because like I want to be interesting, I want to be entertaining and all that. And like people tell me that I am, but I don't know, man. I feel like just people aren't interested in stuff that's real. Like they'd rather pay attention to something that's like really, really fake and ridiculous. Pop culture, more like stop culture. Top of my head, y'all. Top of my head. Just came out with it. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. I should totally do this for a living. See, 18 new messages, you guys. He already sent me 12. This is what I sent him. This is the text message I sent him. Hey, I'm sorry that I pushed you away. I didn't wanna, but then again, I kinda did. I'm not trying to make excuses. I just wanted you to know that I miss you. He's like, oh, yeah? You miss me, bitch? How much do you miss me? Are you gonna read all these text messages? Like, I feel like he talks in a way like that I don't even understand. Like even as a borderline, like he's so much smarter than I'll ever be. He's so much more creative and talented than I'll ever be. His name's Luke West, and I'm sure that you're gonna hear about him a lot in the future. Cause like he's like me, I think. Like we'll just take off like a skyrocket. Take off like a skyrocket? Do you mean like a rocket? I'm so funny. I'm not afraid to be fucking stupid. Like, I know that I'm fucking stupid. You don't have to tell me, YouTubers, that I'm an idiot. I know. We knows over here. He was sleeping. But I woke him up so he could say hello. He gave you a kiss for a text. Are you gonna kiss him back? Or are you gonna be weird? You didn't get cooties for a text. Shut up. I love this dog so much. Stuffed dogs are the best because you don't have to take care of them. You don't have to take them outside. You don't have to train them. I do want a real dog though. I just don't know which one to get. Pitbull. Thing is, my parents are gonna freak the fuck out if I get Pitbull. Because my parents are just like, you know, a lot of America. Like, they're really ignorant about a lot of things. Like, they're under the impression that pit bulls are bad because of the way that society has mistreated them. See, I'm really good at taking care of like feral things. So I need to get a pit bull. And there's this butterfly that I've been taking care of, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna die because, like, I don't know how to feed her. But my friends sent me a text message saying that they eat, like, animal shit. So I'm like, well, fuck. What shit I had, I just flushed down the toilet. You know? Like, cause that would be so funny if you fed your shit to this butterfly that you found in a parking lot next to your car. That's how fucking crazy I am, you guys. But, like, this butterfly's gonna fucking die, like, especially if it doesn't get food. Rotting fruit. Um, it's like if I live in this little world that I create, it can, like, distract me from how depressed I am. But then I realize that, and that depresses me even more, and I want to kill myself. I'm like, oh, this dream is a dream. It's a dream. It's a dream. You know? Like, I know you know what I mean, man. Like, I don't really understand people that, like, just live in reality. I don't think they do, though. I mean, that's why they have the phones. Yeah, that's true. But it's like people don't know that they're not happy. People don't know that they're, like, dead on the inside, you know? My therapist told me that dead people don't cry, Amy. Yes, they do. They shit, they get erections, they probably have headaches. How the fuck do you know? You don't cry. You cry all the time, you just can't see it. You know, nobody pays attention to dead people anymore because they're dead. So, that's the thing. That's why borderlines will say that they feel dead. Because, like, they feel like people don't even pay attention to them anyway. People, like, don't see them there. And just being so emotional all the time and then having that sort of, like, usurp all the joy in your life. But, like, it discolors your perspective for sure to be so emotionally charged and feel like you don't have anything to plug into, you know? And that's what's so good about art is that, like, when you're that emotional, like, you finally have that, like, whether it's a musical instrument or um, just a means of self-expression, if you can plug into that, like, you can be yourself, like, you can create this world that you live within rather than the actual world. It sucks and it's terrible and needs to be uh, escaped immediately. frustrating. Like the people that are like me, they're too much like me, you know? They're like obnoxious. Like it's like there's this like appeal to them. Like, man, like we really understand each other. I don't really have to like explain myself to you, but like that's why we have falling outs. And like I think about all the friends that I've had over the years. Like all of them, I'm convinced have borderline personality on some scale. Like, we never stay connected though. Like, we always disconnect at some point. And we reconnect again, but we disconnect. Push pull. I love you. No, you fucking piece of shit. Get away from me. No, come back. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. No, I did mean it. No, wait. Never mind. Might be all right. No, you're my arch nemesis. So you're my arch nemesis 1 week, then the next week we're like best friends, and the next week like I want you to die, and then the next week I'm crying for those thoughts, you know. Like I don't like having these negative thoughts about people. I really don't. Like it's not fun for me. The only way that I can make it fun is to do jokes. So I have a lot of negative thoughts about people. But yeah, like it's like he's like just staring off into the distance, like just staring up, just waiting for us to be taken back up to the spaceship. We're just right. It's coming eventually, Beethoven. It's coming. But I hate this moments, but at the same time, it like makes my life a lot of fun. Like I told my friend Josh Lewis, I said, it makes for like really great material and a really terrible life. He's a supporter. He likes us. We like him too. We gave him a golf ball. I remember people's jokes, especially like people who's like I can relate to a lot, and he has depression, so I was like, he's fuckable. We haven't had sex. Don't worry. I'm not like trying to confess all this stuff. I mean, my stuff is already pretty like confessional, you know. But I had a pretty huge crush on him because he was so nice to me, you know. And I was like, okay, he doesn't mean anything by this, Amy. Like I'm so used to like people like not understanding where I'm coming from that if like somebody actually does, I kind of sort of like want to fuck them a lot, you know. Because I'm just like, wow, like you haven't pushed me away. You're not terrified of me. You don't think that I'm gonna set your clothes on fire? Come to mama. Come to mama. Come to crazy mama. You know, like I'm just so happy about that, you know, that there are people out there that like aren't totally intimidated by me and like we can just have a conversation. Like Josh Lewis and I, we've had like multiple conversations about multiple things, not just fucking comedy. Like that's how you know that like you've actually found a friend in whatever scene you're in. It's like when you talk about stuff that's not related to like what you do. Like there are a lot of people I've met in AA meetings who like I connected with, but like we didn't really connect on a level that wasn't like recovery related. You know, so it was always really awesome when I had friends that I could like that I met at a meeting, but I could, you know, talk about music with them and we didn't just have to talk about our alcoholism. As if we didn't talk about that enough in meetings, you know? Shit, I could talk about recovery all day long. I used to just sit at fucking Starbucks all fucking day, like, and just do step work. Like, I'd hit up like 3 meetings a day. I was like totally addicted to that shit. And I love it when people say, oh, well, it's better to be addicted to meetings than it is to be addicted to your drug of choice. No, the fuck it ain't. It's really not. Shout out to Mary and Charlie. Cherry. We used to call them Cherry when they started going out because they were like inseparable. Their wedding was like one of the most fun weddings I've ever been to. Most weddings are really terrible. We had a lot of fun at that wedding. We had a lot of fun at the after party. And like we weren't even drinking, you know? Like everybody else got like fucking wasted. So I feel like I got vicariously wasted. That's the best kind of wasted to get because you don't puke, you don't feel nauseous, like so nauseous that you have to drink whatever you drank the night before. That's some classic alcoholic advice right there, you know? The hair off the dog that bit you. Like, sound like just fucking eat the dog. Like, that's what I would do. That's right. Eat the dog. Like, I tell people, like, you know, you won't have a hangover, you just keep on drinking. Man, I got the best alcoholic advice. Just stay drunk, and you will never experience withdrawals. Don't be mad. I'm not going to relapse, okay? I'm not going to relapse. At least I hope not. Insane. Like, I think that he's closer to the insanity part than I am. But because he's closer to the insanity part, like, that's why he's more creative. That's why he's 1,000 times the writer that I am. Like, y'all could just read these text messages. You'd be like, holy shit. I want to shit. Like, that'd be so funny if he joined Twitter. Because, like, his tweets would be, like, paragraphs. Oh, shit. I don't know. I think he'd be interested in the footage that you have, though. He thinks you're funny. Of course he thinks I'm funny. He's a borderline. They all think I'm funny. Everybody thinks I'm funny anyway. My dealer was like, you foreigner. You so foreigner. I totally watch you. You foreigner. Yeah. He's probably gonna freak out that I'm like talking about him. I'm like, I'm not gonna do a shout out to you. Like, don't worry. Like, yeah, man, shout out to my drug dealer. You're not gonna know who he is. He's just a black dude, you know? What? He's black? No fucking way. Way. A lot of people that smoke weed, that sell weed, are black. If they're not black, I wouldn't fucking trust them. Do not buy weed from Mexicans, I'll tell you that. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know. nothing against Mexicans. I love Mexicans, but they don't know what they're doing in regards to mocha. Yeah, I'm not saying I haven't ever like been ripped off by like a black person. It's happened before. Happened a few times actually. But I think when it comes to like marijuana, black people are gonna know their shit more than white people are. And like, that's not true though. I mean, marijuana really doesn't discriminate. At this point, it really. Yeah, I just prefer when I have a black drug dealer, I guess. Like, for a while, like, I had this dealer who was white, who was pretty good. And I feel like the cops were starting to watch him, so he backed out. Pretty smart. Okay, let's stop talking about this. Okay, we're talking about drug dealing. We need to stop.